Hey guys, it's Graybeard Gaming, and welcome back to Lipinki. We are sitting on way too much money. I didn't like how it was set up. I've got to get I want to get a sheep enclosure in here somewhere. I just don't know where I want to put it yet. The biggest problem is I can't see it through these trees, so I am kind of stumbling with that idea. So what I have done, and I haven't decided if this is going to be my end-all be-all location, but over here on the other side of this large field, we had a very small field of oats. And what I did is I went ahead and I planted that into grass. So at the very least, I can eventually just come in here and ploop down make this into a meadow plot. So that is an option for the near future. But what I was going to do while I'm over here is I got to get a roller of some sort, just because I want to make sure I'm not going to pick rocks. So I want to be able to clean up the field in some way. I have thought about this one. It's easy to use. It's 9.5 meters wide. So I have thought about that one. Plus, I want to burn up some of this cash. I don't want to have this cash. So I'm kind of leaning towards buying this. And I'm probably going to also get rid of the John Deere just because I don't want it. So what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to drive the John Deere back down, and I'm going to replace it with something probably a little bit more expensive. That's going to eat up some of this money. I'm not even sure if I want the Agro-Star, to be honest. I think that that's actually a decent tractor. So for right now, I'm going to hold on to it. But I have been thinking about going to get something different. And no, that is not my field. Yes, I am going to drive through it. So that's where we're at. I have done all of my harvesting. Like I said, I've just started with doing some additional, field work. I did. The reason that I got all of this. Oh no! The reason that I got all of this, and this is like the worst map I've seen for traffic. I mean, their traffic is heavy on this map. But the reason I have all this money is there's a couple reasons. One, I didn't want pigs, so I got rid of the hog barn. I didn't want chicken, so I got rid of the chicken barn. And I think that was $64,000 that wound up going into my bank account. And then apparently I had all brand new equipment as far as cultivator and planter, or my seeder, and I had a disc harrow, and apparently that disc harrow was super valuable. So I was like, I don't want these pieces of equipment. I did not consider that when I started this playthrough, that I would possibly have to get rid of stuff that I did not want. And so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to repair this. I'm going to repaint it, and then I'm going to sell it. It's only worth $26,000. So yeah, we're going to sell it. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace it. Like I said, I want to, it was this tractor here. So it wasn't like it was super expensive in the first place. I am looking at different options, and what I want, I guess, is going to be something that goes a little bit faster, has a little bit more horsepower. I've thought about this here. here Massey, and I'm not going to increase the any of that, but I am going to add wheel weights, and I am not going to do that. I am going to have the front attacher, and I want to have the quickie front loader attacher. So as far as anything else, nothing. That'll eat up, that'll eat up a good chunk of money. Or I do something a little bit different. I thought about doing the Linder line track, just because it doesn't have an exorbitant amount of horsepower. I can do the quickie on there, and it's still a pretty solid tractor, but its weight is very low. Valtra is another one that I had thought about, and the reason that I liked this one is because it had a little bit better weight, and I can do a little bit of manipulation as far as painting, because I've never done Valtra on any sort of playthrough, and I just think it might be fun just to have something a little different. We can go with the front loader. We can get the wheel weights on there, and I'm at 7.5 tons. I'll have the front mounted attachment there. I can increase the horsepower on this if I want. I can go up to 201 horsepower. I just don't feel like I need to do that right now. So I think this is sufficient at 145 horsepower. Reverse driving, no. Roof setup, sky view. Sky view is kind of cool, but it's not $5,000 cool. I also, second door is not really necessary. Interior setup, I actually kind of like the gray. It does have GPS in there. So yeah, I think that this, see, and yeah, wide tires with weights, it doesn't add enough. So I think we're just going to go with this. I mean, it's got the beacons, whatever, but that's going to be the tractor we're going to buy for the small tractor. And I had thought about, upgrading our AgroStar, and I was like, oh, I could upgrade that. But then I started looking, and I was like, oh, with what? This has 230 horse. The only thing that really would make a lot of sense is this Massey. But when I started looking at the Massey, I've used this Massey. I love this Massey because I like the speed of it. I like the size of it, but it's only 6.9 ton, where this one's 8.6. So pulling capacity is way lower on that one. And then I just get to this point here where I just can't afford these tractors, even with a trade-in. This tractor here is 155 horse, but just to get it to 210, which is its max, which is less than the AgroStar, it's not in the same league. This one, it just feels like unfair because for $2,800 you can add almost 100 horsepower, and to me that just kind of doesn't seem fair. But I do like this better than I like the AgroStar. It has an older, more vintage feel to it. I don't need the front loader attacher to it because I got it on the other one. So I would probably just go with, and that's the other thing is the weight. I can't get good weights on this tractor. So we just kind of keep cycling back to the same issues over and over. This New Holland, that's a tractor that I would actually consider if I could get it at a decent enough price, because 245 horse, but it's $250,000, So, but there it is right there for 122. Or there's the Case Puma, which is basically the same tractor. It is essentially the same exact tractor. Same horsepower, same everything, same speed, same weight. But the cost to go up to the max is an additional $31,000. And it still weighs less than the Agristar. So again, the weight is just not there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump in the new tractor here, and this has enough speed. I'm not too concerned about speed. But I do want to go ahead and get this. Oh, it didn't turn back the way I wanted it to. I do want to go ahead and get this over into that new grass field. Get that to where it's got everything I need it to do, or need for it, as far as getting stuff laid down on it. I want to get that done now, and we can kind of start diving into what do we want to do next on this farm in order to grow it. So my first thought was, let's go ahead, get another we'll get this field rolled out. But one thing we do want to do is we would like to get it to where we have the equipment to that we want or need to mow our mow our property, and get our grass that we're going to plant here. This is going to be a grass field. Whether or not I get enough grass out of this for cows, we all know that I won't, unfortunately. But we should know that going in. This is not going to produce enough grass for everything I need. So do I purchase another field? What do you guys, it's kind of where I'm at, is I have a little bit of money. I can purchase another field, and then, whatever I do with that field, that'll be something that I can, whether it's getting getting some more wheat or oats and straw. Those are things that I'm thinking about. Whether or not I actually do that or not, that remains to be seen. And apparently I missed a spot there when I planted, but that's all right. So my intention is to put my sheep enclosure on that property, and that's kind of what is the next move. I already own this field the field behind the barn there. Oh, and I've redone this entire yard, so it's not like it's not been cleaned up or anything like that. But you know, one of the things we could do is, and I went ahead and I bought this new planter. This planter it's big, way big, and I like it. I do. We put in some new buildings. I've got this new planter. So what I would like to do is I'd like to take a quick peek and see when we can what we can plant right now, and it's canola. So I can plant some canola, which I think I will do. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this field going. I just want to see if it tells me what it actually needs on this field. It says it needs lime. So I guess what I could do is, you know what? If I remember, yeah, Sulky here was oh, maybe not. Let's see how much ours holds. Ours does not hold lime. All right. So I don't have any way of spreading lime yet. So I think I'm just going to skip it for this season, and we'll worry about it next year. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to skip it for this year. And let's take a quick look and see if there's some property we'd like to purchase. This is a field I had actually thought about because it only costs $30,000. It's not going to generate a ton of wheat for income. Then there is this field, which I don't have enough money for. This one here is sugar beets. I just don't think that's for me. There's a couple of grass fields up here. What I think I'm going to wind up getting, though, is I think I'll purchase this one, and we'll turn this into another grass field. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is we are going to go ahead and I'm wondering, does this need to be harvested? Oh, this is sunflowers. Dang nabbit. Okay. I can't do anything with that field right now, so I might get rid of it. I just don't know if it's worth it. This one's empty. I could essentially have oh no, it's still too expensive. I keep going back to the field I can't have. Those are carrots. I mean, I guess I could purchase, I could keep this one. And just looking at my fields that I have, I could make this into grass. And then figure out what to do next on the other fields. But I'd like to make this one into grass, but I can't do that yet. When will that be? What stage am I in? I'm only in stage 5 of 8, so I might not be able to make that into grass before next year anyways. So what I'll probably wind up doing is holding off on purchasing anything else for the moment. We will, I'd like to own this whole entire quadrant right here. I don't know why I touched my screen, but this right here, I actually put my finger on the screen, and yeah, I don't know why. Makes no sense. But yeah, I really like that. This field here, so it's 32 acres and it's almost $600,000. It's just massive. Good Lord. I mean, I could get rid of my oat fields, but I wouldn't have the money to buy the equipment to do that. So what I could do is I could purchase a header for 25. I could purchase this for 25,000 to go on the Massey. I think that'd be fine. The other thing I'd like to do is I'd like to get a cultivator. And just looking at the different cultivators, you know, what I would like to get, what I will get, you know, those are two completely different things. This Lemkin is kind of nice. It's not that heavy, but I don't know. It has a nice speed to it. This one doesn't tell me its width, but I know it's good width. I do like it. It's good price too. This front cultivator. Just doesn't have a good width to it. I do like this Forthright. It's a good one. Forthright. But it's just not going to do it for me. And as far as anything else is concerned, I mean, I don't really have the horsepower for that one. This one here is probably the best bet, best bang for my buck, or this one here. This one here doesn't take as much to pull, so that might actually be the way to go. So that can give me additional opportunities as far as being able to work on contracts, because if you look at the contracts that are out there, I always like cultivating. I always find that that's an easy one to do. And there's not any right there available, but it is an easy one to do. And I mean, there's plenty of contracts out there if I really wanted to. Hoeing is a contract too I enjoy doing, because it's so easy. There's so much easy money in it. So I'll definitely get a hoe just because I want it. The one I'm probably going to get is this one right here, if I can find it. Yep, it's this one right here for $12,000. I like this one a lot. It's very similar to the Pottinger. I mean, it's about half as wide, but it's, you know, also it's light enough to use for my other, you know, my smaller tractor. So this one here for weeder is a nice one as well. But I really don't want to do weeder contracts because they're usually slower. But yeah, if I can get a cultivator and if I can get a weeder or a hoe, then I think I'll be doing very well. And by the time those contracts come up for me to do cultivating and whatnot. I should have the money to do it. But I don't want to make this too long and drawn out, you guys. I've babbled on for 25 minutes about, and I figure, you know what, you guys have enough to be going on with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of plow through a little bit of this work, get some of it done, and we'll meet up with you guys next time. So thanks for watching. It's Graybeard Gaming, wishing you the very best of days. Be safe out there, you guys. We'll see you next time.